Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is Camp Slash Horrorcast, Season 4, Episode 3, Aliens. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/WeArePodcastNetwork and youtube.com/WeArePodcastNetwork. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast, so what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast.
Camp Slash Horrorcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 8 p.m. Central. I am your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head counselors. I couldn't even talk. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have Jay, look into my eye, McClintock. Jay, how are you doing today, sir?
I got the Apone. That's Apone quote. I like that.
That's probably the best line too.
I'm doing good. I'm a little jet lagged, but I'm good to go. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Welcome back from New York City, and let's get it going. Next, we got Raph. All right, sweethearts, you heard the man. You know the drill, Ramirez. Raph, how are you, sir?
Fantastic, sir. How about yourself?
Doing excellent. I had Chinese food today, so I'm happy.
Nice.
Any day I have
or no,
Chinese
was it? No, not Chinese.
I love Chinese food. Next, we got Miles. We're in an express elevator to hell going down. Francis, Miles, how are you, sir?
It's game over, baby. It's game over.
Took it. I can't use it now.
Excellent. Use it.
Next, we got David. Yo, stop your grinning and drop your linen. Jessup. David, how are you, sir?
Fine. I'm tired.
I should have used your quote that you have. They mostly come at night. Mostly. That's where it's at.
They mostly
and
come
finally,
in my mouth. Mostly.
Mostly. And finally, we got Javi. Get away from her, you bitch, Byres. Javi, how are you, Hobbs?
I'm good. I'm tired, but good.
Excellent. This will be Hobbs' last cast, so let's have a good time and have lots of fun. All right, guys, we watched Aliens, release date July 18th, 1986, with a running time of 137 long-ass minutes. Budget, $18.5 million. Box office, $131.1 to $183.3 million. Synopsis: 57 years after surviving an apocalyptic attack aboard her space vessel by merciless space creatures, Officer Ripley wakens from hypersleep and tries to warn anyone who will listen about the predators. All right, guys, let's watch a trailer. The cat's being super loud. Yes. The answer to that question and answer is yes. Please get rid of the cat. Thank you.
Just tell me
All
one
right.
thing, Bert.
She just throws
You're
it.
going out there to destroy them,
Jokes.
right? Not to study, not to bring back,
Can you guys hear
but
it?
to wipe them out.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
plan.
you don't have the 4K version?
Drake.
It is kind of weird watching it in lesser than like high definition. I didn't even realize it when I pulled the trailer.
Ah, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's garbage. I don't even like this. My eyes are hurting. This is Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers, which we should watch someday.
Yes.
I love that movie, dude.
Man, I'm
Yeah, I
sold.
know.
Starship
This is
Troopers
honestly
is
a
like
weird trailer, dude. Like they showed
Yeah, it is.
like a long sequence.
Yeah.
There's another like original theatrical trailer which is real minimal.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if I would have done a little more research, I would have got
This
to
is
that.
like the Cliff Notes version of the movie.
Yeah.
If you want to watch it, but you don't have 2.5 hours.
I mean, and it's also in chronological order.
yeah.
And then they just show everyone getting bumped off one by one here.
They're animals, man. They're not animals or xenomorphs, you fuck.
I'm gonna say something that's. I'm gonna say something in a minute that's going to be highly controversial.
Is it about the little girl
Does it
being a
start
pain
with
in
an
the ass?
F or an N?
No.
This time.
You're safe right now.
Wait, so you just showed the preview to the second?
That was
Is
the
that what we're
trailer,
supposed to
dude.
watch?
I don't know. It's just a
No,
trailer.
because
Did
I
you
watched
watch the
Alien.
first-
No, shut your mouth.
All right,
Cool, man. Ross, we'll talk
Well-
about it later, me and you. 'cause
Well,
it's
good
my
thing
favorite
I've.
movie.
I mean, good thing I've watched this one. So let's go on.
Oh my god.
That's a Jake move, bro.
Yeah. Or a hobby. Hobby did that.
Oh
with,
man, I did that out.
Bobby, what movie
damn
did
it.
you watch for your last podcast?
Silent Night,
tonight?
Deadly Night.
Wait, what'd you say? Oh, I saw
You did
Aliens.
that. Yeah, you did that with Silent Night, Deadly Night, though. You
Yeah,
But
I saw
Jake-
3 when
Jake
you guys were
watched-
doing 2.
Yeah, and Jake
And
watched
Jake-
the 1990s Dracula.
I forgot about that.
All right, guys, let's get into talking about it. I'm going to be controversial right off the bat. I can't stand fucking Hudson. I can't fucking stand him, and I bet
That's
everyone
good.
else
That's-
down the line.
That's good.
Everyone
He'll
else
eat.
loves it.
That's his job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the point.
I can't stand
That's
him,
atomic heat.
and get rid of Mad About You. I couldn't stand him either. He was driving me up the fucking wall.
Also, Matt Eat doing their job.
Dude, he did such a good job, man. Like, you hate him,
Yeah.
especially in that scene where they like leave Sigourney and Newt to like die.
Yeah.
And, like, he just conveniently looks the other way. I even
Also-
read on IMDb today that like his own Paul Reiser's sister literally slapped him during the premiere because his character is so despicable. So he did his job,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Well,
he did a great
also,
job.
what's really good about the character too is it doesn't start off. It's very subtle. His wickedness.
Mhm.
You know, it's a gradual burn on how evil he is. At the beginning, he's like on her side. Like even when they're having the meeting with the inquiry, he's like, "Hey, man, we got to get this down. It's going to be rough. Just stick to your story." While the entire time, especially if there's a really cool subtle scene where the Llewellyn or Van Leeuwen talks about the people being there, and you can see how he gets like kind of fidgety because he knows he sent people out to the fucking derelict ship after finding out about it.
But
Would you like-
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I got a funny fact about Paul Reiser. So in this movie, he's obviously the heavy. Ironically, in a movie that quite rips off Aliens, Deep Star 6, the main guy character is Greg Evigan, who was his co-star in My Two Dads, which was a TV show that was on at this time in the 80s. So I thought that was kind of. So I thought that was kind of funny. They both played in sci-fi movies. One obviously way more, successful, but I thought that was a cool little, Easter egg.
I thought you were about to say he was in Deep Blue Sea, which is just like Aliens, and I was trying to figure out how. Wait, are those movies connected in some profound way? I've never.
Deep Star 6. Deep Star 6, I think, came out like maybe a year or two after this one, so it was really kind of.
It was
really kind of funny.
Remember that, Jay? That was the 3 movies that were all underwater: Deep Star 6, Leviathan, and the James Cameron one.
Yeah, The Abyss.
The
yeah.
Abyss.
Abyss.
Yeah, they all came out the same year, and it was the shittier ones came out first, and then they ended with Abyss.
I feel like this movie has a lot similar to The Abyss in the pacing, and I've always said The Abyss feels a lot like the original Alien in the pacing. But the director's cut of this was very long, and I don't know what the difference is. Do you know what the difference is, David? Between the
Oh,
director's cut and
I
the-
think it's huge. I think it's very important, the stuff that was cut out, and I'm glad they put it back in. Yes, it's very long, but you needed to see the scene where she finds out her daughter's dead, because that goes to the connection of her and Newt, and you needed to see the Hadley's Hope populated with families and children, because it makes coming up on it completely empty so much more visceral and so much more devastating when you know a family was there, when you see a kid in a big wheel going through there. Now they could have cut the scene where the robotic machine guns mow down the aliens, but I think that's also an important scene because
I
it
love that
shows
scene.
it shows the aliens are learning, because they went down the hallway, they got mowed down. What do they do next? They go open the ceiling tiles.
right?
Yeah,
on,
it's
and
it's
those are
only
the big
17 minutes of difference, and I agree with David. I think, and actually, I'd even take it. I think that scene where, like you said, they learn to not go down the hallways. I think that is an important scene as
Yeah.
well as the family weight of showing that like no, there's the strong family connections, and like you said, these people are despicable because they're sending families essentially to die. I mean, they know what they're doing, but they see the money.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I was
I
confused
agree.
about.
I agree that I think they should have been deleted. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like it allows the bond between Newt and Ripley to kind of grow a little more organically. You get to see it instead of like there being a reason she has to be that way. So they kind of let it kind of grow on its own. And on top of that, it leaves the reveal of Paul Reiser's character of being the scumbag more dastardly when you don't know exactly what happens. I thought the deleted scenes, I thought they gave away too much, personally. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Sir Cameron disagrees with you.
So with this movie, I mean, go ahead, David.
I was just going to say that Sigourney Weaver was incredibly pissed off when she found out her scene where she cries, finding out her daughter had died and passed away. And that picture is actually her mother that she used as her daughter.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually her mother. And she was so mad because she spent a lot of time studying grief that parents go through that lose their children. And so she really went through a lot to get that scene, to make that a very real scene where she's crying, she's devastated, and to have it cut out just was a gut punch to her.
I thought it was cool that they did the 57-year gap, you know, where she was in the suspended hibernation for that long period of time. And that allows things to cool down and for them to not trust her or whatever that whole scenario was, not believe. But my confusion came in. The Marines say that they're going to a bug bash or something like that.
Bug hunt.
Bug hunt. But do they know that the xenomorphs are real then, or do they not know that they're real?
You just think it's a different creature.
Yeah, what it is a bug hunt is, from what I can understand from the novelization, is that they've never come across a creature like an alien, but they've gone on these expeditions to find aliens, to find xenomorphs. Never found them. That's why they dismiss it, because they're like, oh, another bug hunt, another AKA waste of time.
But I got a question. If have they encountered artificial life before? Because they're talking to each other about Arturian girls. And the way Arturian girls, and then they don't talk about the Arturian society at all.
I got that, Jay, as girls living on a planet called Arteria, not Arteria aliens. I called it as like a colony, and they're just real slutty.
But that's just it. When they said like, oh, but it was a man, and he goes, it doesn't matter if they're Arterians. The body parts don't matter. So that creates even more confusion for me.
Well, they do cover that in that movie, Arterian Girls Are Easy. They go a lot deeper into that.
Well, James Cameron was just very forward thinking on trans. That's all he was. And that's a positive. That's positive.
I thought that was kind of a cool way to go with it. It just seemed like a line that just went absolutely nowhere. I mean, on the 50,000th time I've seen it, you know, it's easy to find little things here.
Like even in Alien, isn't there like a trans subplot, like that woman with the short hair? Wasn't she trans on the first Alien movie?
I don't think.
What?
Yeah,
no.
the woman with the short hair was actually trans, because when they're doing a profile thing on the computer screen, it actually says born at birth male, and then all of a sudden she's female. Yes,
interesting. That's Veronica Cartwright.
I would like to see proof of that. That sounds like
I'm getting it right now.
Googling it up. Guys, do we enjoy the dialogue of this with the Marines being so aggro and just like, you know what I mean, just the shell heads that they're supposed to be? I thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I feel like it feels realistic. Like it feels like my interpretation of what like Space Marines would be. That's how they talk to each other.
Right, just giving each other a lot of shit and roast each other.
I thought it was really cool that, you know, no matter how advanced the future is, that smoking and racism are still cool with
always
Space Marines.
And cornbread. Cornbread is still big in the future. But the thing I enjoyed, Duck, I agree with you that some of the banter, especially in the beginning, is kind of annoying because it's just like they're just so aggro. But I loved when they got down to business, when they are land and they jump off. Do you notice how there was no more joking around? There was no more. It was like boom, boom, boom. This person did this. This person cleared the room. They went over here. It was very, very military. It was like, okay, we were fucking around up here. Now we're working, and now we're serious.
It's almost
There's
not
also a lot
like doctors and police officers and firefighters and people that deal with a lot of like traumatic shit are known for having like a dark sense of humor when they're like at the station or, you know, in the break room or whatever. But then as soon as they hit the floor, it's, you know, in most cases, professionalism.
business.
I also love the inclusivity of everybody. I mean, you've got women of color, and women are pilots, and it's like it's not even like stated. It's just like, yeah, we're all equal here. And I thought that was a really. He didn't have to like broadcast it to the world. It just is that way. I thought that was a really cool, just a really cool production note. And it was just,
arguably the most badass person is a woman. You know, Vasquez.
Dude, I just learned this today. Vasquez is not a Hispanic actress. That's a white actress that darkened. They had her skin darkened, her hair dyed, and she put on a accent, and like that became like a very problematic thing. Obviously, as that decision aged.
That's probably why they whitewashed her to death in Terminator 2. They're like, nope, you're a Karen, you're a Terminator Karen. That's the way it's got to be.
Oh, I found it right here. I also did send it to the link.
Is that a picture of a dick on your
I already sent it. Oh, the picture of it. Gotcha.
Oh my god.
I suck at
pictures are always better for podcasts, Hobby.
Enjoying this episode? Go check out Geekster, a dating and friends app for geeks that focuses on common interests as a way to make meaningful connections. Download today on the App Store or click the link in the description to find out more. Geekster, this is what happens when nerds collide. Geekster, available on iOS and Android.
So you found it, Hobbs?
Yeah, I'm sending it right now.
Why don't you describe it?
Very nice. There it is. Iconic alien characters, canonically trans, and fans are just realizing.
Nice.
All right.
Veronica Cartwright. Nice. That's awesome.
Which weird, she auditioned to play Ripley, and she was pretty pissed she didn't get it.
We know she was in The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
And The Witches of Eastwick.
Yep.
It's phenomenal, that.
So this movie, I would say this is more like an action movie more than anything, whereas
it's a war movie.
You consider this a war?
It's like a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah, I consider it a science fiction war movie because they're Marines.
It's like a group of Marines versus like a army of aliens. So that tracks.
I will say, I love. Sorry, go ahead, Rap.
Is it sci-fi because they're Marines and not a space force? Is that what you're trying to say, David?
No. I'm saying it's a sci-fi war movie because it's Marines fighting another warring faction. They just happen to be aliens. So you could take the aliens out, and it could be a Western, and it's like the military in the 1800s are going to a colony that was set up that was overrun by Indians, and the aliens are now Indians. It's that same type of thing where they're invading another person's territory, and it's that battle between the two.
They prefer the term native LV 426ians.
So UFO Ogles says my ex cosplayed as the alien and took a dump on my chest in 2007.
Well, please, pictures or it didn't happen.
That's a different type of chest burster right there, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this movie is long. For the action scenes are really good. Like, I don't feel like it's an 80s movie. I feel like it's a 90s movie in a lot of ways. Just the way it's filmed, it's ahead of its time. It's right on that fringe. And I wasn't taken out by like the hair or like the design or anything. I felt like everything held up, felt very modern. Because I think it's a lived-in world, and it's kind of like that down and dirty kind of world to begin with. So whenever you kind of like the idea of Star Wars where everything's filthy, but it's been lived in for a long time. This also feels the same way, and I feel the same way about Alien too.
It's the term truckers in space.
Yeah. Well, this one's, but that's what's so crazy is this movie's so radically different than the first one, while having almost the same flair and same style as the first one, but doing its own thing. Each of the Alien films in the franchise get their own atmosphere to them. Alien 3.
Excuse me.
Own thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Do y'all think that the production value on Aliens was as good as Alien? because on Alien,
I
it was
prefer Alien
phenomenal.
personally. I like Alien better than this movie.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people who are inversed on that, where they like this movie better than Alien.
I really typically enjoy horror more than action, but I like Aliens more than Alien.
Really,
This
the first
movie-
Alien felt more like a horror to me. Like
This
a
is a popcorn movie though. This movie was, for better or worse, it was actually intended for a much broader audience, and I mean the box office returns show it. I mean, the movie was a smash hit, absolute smash hit, and I think a lot of people got into the franchise because of this movie.
And then immediately got out of it with 3.
Oh my god, it was fucking terrible.
And isn't it crazy that that's David Fincher?
Yeah,
No.
I mean,
but it was
Not-
it
not-
was his very first movie. Like he hadn't had he wasn't David Fincher yet, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like
no, it does. It makes sense.
And
But
the
Alien 3,
studio
I
metal.
think, yeah, they meddle, but I think a lot of people have grown to appreciate Alien 3 just simply when they found out that it was David Fincher. They like their brains broke a little bit, and they're like, "But we have to like everything Fincher does," you know.
they just shot themselves in the foot because they released that incredible teaser trailer where it's like, in 1979 we learned that in space no one can hear you scream. In 1992 we learn on Earth everyone can hear you scream. And like that was like, I remember that commercial and I was hyped as fuck. And then it just never happened.
Well,
I
I think one
remember
of the
seeing the-
problems. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Doug.
No, go ahead, David.
No, I was just going to say one of the issues with Alien 3 was their overabundance of CGI. And it's a
big
shame
time.
because they had a lot of footage, and it was actually Fincher was in the costume a lot, and they threw it out because the studio was like, we need CGI because everything is CGI now. I do want to say my biggest issue with Aliens is that I think what makes it so strong is that it does separate itself from Alien. It's more of an action film. It's a military film. But the thing that really disappoints me is the ending, because he completely rips off Alien, and I don't think it was necessary. You still could have had the big battle with the Queen and the loader, but it just ends up being the exact same ending where she pushes a button and throws him out in space. I mean,
Yeah, but
fucking
there
come
is
up with a different
something-
ending, man.
There's
Well,
something to
but-
seeing a mech go up against the Queen Alien.
No, like I said, I have no issue with that. You can still do that, but you don't have to cheat and just do the exact same ending. You know what I'm saying?
Well, also to be fair, David, one could argue that it also shows a redemption point for synthetics when it's Bishop that's actually saving Newt from getting sucked out by holding onto her. So there's I think there's a story progression there. I mean, it's very similar to the first one, but I loved Bishop. Let's talk about Bishop. Let's talk about the android, man. What an amazing character he was in this. He was kind of like a real big surprise hit for me. Did anyone else feel that way about Bishop?
Yeah.
Well, especially because coming from the first one, the android was the villain. So yeah, it was really good.
And there was a great amount of tension between the android and Sigourney Weaver's character. I'm blanking on his name right now. We just said
Bishop.
it, but either
Ash,
Bishop. Thank
Bishop
you.
and Ash.
Like there immediately there's that tension because we have all that weight from Ripley's encounter in the first movie. She immediately is like, fuck that, I'm not
Get the
working
fuck
with
away from me.
yeah, like, and then like that trust as those two slowly are dwindled down to being the last remaining characters essentially.
Well, and also that scene where at the end where she thinks that he abandoned them.
Right. Yeah.
Bishop, motherfucker.
And he's like, no, I'm sorry if I scared you, but it was just too unstable. I had to loop around. And yeah, it felt though like hopeless in that moment when she gets out of the elevator and it's like, fuck, I just escaped this giant monster and I got out in time and now my ride has left me.
I read that
music.
I read that when I was a huge Alien fan as a kid. Back then, we didn't have the internet. We didn't know Aliens was coming out. I didn't realize it was coming out until I saw a trailer in the theater. And the next day, I lost my fucking mind. I couldn't believe it. Next day, I went to and found and I'm being serious now, the novelization of Aliens. They had released it before the movie. And I burned through that book in one day. And I remember that scene and going through the pages and reading where she thinks that she's been abandoned. And I was like, I couldn't read fast enough. It was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
totally.
I still
forgot
think
to ask
that
everyone
I
this.
do agree though. I think we could kind of combine Jay's point and David's point, and it could have been like the redemption of Bishop, but like do it in a way that's not the suck out into space. Like maybe they plant maybe he like shoots a bomb into her chest at the second. I don't know.
Or they get back onto the other shuttle and the shuttle leaves and then the ship blows up, but there's no alien on. I mean, something to where it's just not the exact same ending of the other one.
The Bishop should have got the knife trick thing and got the alien's hand and then just cut every single one of them off.
It was like, wait, this is real fun.
Well, I mean, as a kid, so when I first saw this movie, when the alien spears him with its tail and rips him apart, that made me cry as a kid. Like I felt like I had real feelings.
I was pissed off at that scene.
I wasn't pissed. I was like, no, not Bishop. Bishop's like the most likable person. He's like the most likable person or
android,
synthetic or whatever in the movie. And when that happens, it's like, oh, it felt like my heart got ripped out. And then when he saved Newt, I was like, you got him, you get him, Bishop.
Well, didn't you almost feel bad for him when he is doing the knife trick? He gets cut, and Ripley like throws the plate at him. Was like, get away from me. He almost seems like upset. And he's like, listen, we can't hurt you anymore. Isaac Asimov put this thing in our head, and we can't hurt a human, or in turn let a human hurt themselves.
His portrayal in this movie, while saying so little, he's so emotive. I mean, Lance Henriksen, I think, is a criminally underrated actor, and I think this is definitely one of the roles that shows that, because he can play a pretty nasty guy himself. And this one, I just like this, and also Pumpkinhead. I mean, like, I'll go back. It's like, I mean, he really has. I mean, in this movie is what got him Pumpkinhead. So I mean, like,
I had actually read that he was considering quitting acting at this point when he got this role, and the fact that this role like kind of went very well for him and he connected with it kind of made him fall in love with acting again.
And the world's better off for it.
Yeah. I like whenever they're like, somebody needs to go out to get the ship, and he's like, I'll do it. And he just says it real quiet, and then
he keeps on saying it over and over again. And then Hudson's like, I ain't going out there. He's like, no, I'll do it. There's another great scene, Ducky, is when he's getting into the pipes, and someone hands him a gun, and he just hands it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm good. Again, I'm being serious. In the novelization, there's a great scene where he is going through the pipe system, and an alien actually hears him, rips through a pipe, and takes his thing out and is smelling him.
Oh, wow.
And then lets him go because he's synthetic.
Oh no shit! That would have been cool.
Good production choice. Really good production choice. That would have been.
That would have been cool. That would have been cool to see. I definitely got claustrophobic when he was in that pipe.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was working on me.
Come on out to LV426, have some drinks, come to the coast.
Hicks comes out of nowhere. He's kind of a non-player in the beginning of it. Is that Sean Bean? Is that who that is?
Sean Bain. Sean Bain.
Michael Bean.
Michael Bain.
That's who it is. He plays John Connor, right? Not John Connor.
No, he plays
Kyle Reese.
Kyle Reese. Thank you so much.
And Johnny Ringo. Probably his best role ever.
There was definitely a connection between him and Ripley going on there too when he's showing her the grenade launcher.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was like, they're getting a little bit close.
There was tension
moment. Yeah, there was
another
tension.
barrel popping up in that scene.
Absolutely.
He was just like, you want to make one of these, and he was like motion over to Newt, like, you want to make one of these?
There was a very confusing thing for me, and I noticed it when I first saw it. It's when Ripley gives Newt or Hicks gives Ripley the tracker, right? And then when Ripley and Newt are getting ready to take a nap and they're having their sweet talk, she gives it to Newt. She puts the tracker on Newt. And then the scene where Newt falls through into the water and gets abducted by the alien, Hicks goes, "Don't worry, we can find her with this." And I'm like, wait, how do you know?
How did he know?
Yeah, that was always something confusing for me.
Plot hole.
Maybe she told him, like, off screen.
Well, I think that needs to be on screen.
Yes, I think
we need the full 3-hour version to get those extra details.
That needs to be a 15-minute scene.
I also got to know, Duck, why do you hate Hudson?
It just annoys me, man, because I am Hudson. So
game over. A lot of his lines were improvised. He improvised a lot of those lines.
No. He just I guess you know what, I don't hate him. I was just being controversial because I know that he's such a beloved character, and
He really is,
the
and,
Game Over Man.
he's fun, man.
Game Over.
But here's what I really liked about Hudson. As annoying as he was, and as much of a crybaby naysayer as he was, this motherfucker never held anybody back. He never got in the way. He did his job, and he went out like a fucking baller, bro. Yeah. And I fucking love that shit.
Well, yes and no. He went out like kind of like in a little bit of a mental breakdown too. Like when he was kind of shooting wild there at the end. Like he
wants to do. Yeah, he was done mentally.
Can we all admit though that that scene right there is one of the most greatest tension-filled holy shit scenes in cinema history.
That's the hold your breath scene right there.
When you figure out the aliens are in the room with the tracker, and which again, that tracker invention, even though it shows up in the first film, the way they used it in this film was
the sound,
brilliant.
The sound of it,
but when he looks up and it's silent and all you hear is the beeping, and he pushes that light and he just scrolls it across, and all you see is the light hitting all these aliens crawling upside down. Fuck, dude.
Yep.
And what a great decision. Cameron always talked about how disappointed he was in the first film when the aliens revealed at the end and it's just a guy in a suit, which I don't have a problem with because it's going to look like a guy because it was gestated in a guy. But he wanted the aliens to be more insect-like. And so you never see them walking like a man. They're always jumping up and down and pouncing and crawling on the walls.
Yeah, and
I don't know if I would say he's just a guy. The guy was 7 foot tall.
That's true. That's true. I agree.
And super skinny too. The guy who wore the suit in the first movie,
and very black.
Yes, and in this movie, the aliens, just the amount of them is staggering. Like they're just coming after them over and over again, and so it kind of takes away from it a little bit, like the fear of the first movie because it's just one of them. But at the same time, like
I don't know, dude. Like when she drops down into like the nest and there's like eggs everywhere, like that's pretty tense. Like
it's pretty tense.
I feel the fear tingling in those moments.
Well, you can't put the rabbit back in the hat, and so I think that James Cameron kind of realized that. And he's like, look, all that tension that was built up that Ridley Scott did, I can't recreate that necessarily.
I'm not even trying to.
But I can make everything bigger, and I can do things in other ways.
Miles, we were talking about aliens learning in that hallway scene. There's also that great scene in the nest where you have these two warrior aliens approaching her and Newt, and she takes that flamethrower, shoots it up in the air, and then aims it at the eggs, and you see the queen kind of tell them to back off.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like non-verbal communication, but the body language speaks it.
And it was so cool because it was like you have two alien species, humans and xenomorph, having a legitimate conversation. Like, hey, these are your kids. And by the way, what a cool camera angle shot where the camera is zoomed in on the egg being born.
Yeah.
And then it slowly pans to the left to reveal that. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I remember being in the theater when Bishop tells her, well, it may be something else we haven't seen yet. And the whole audience was like, oh, fuck. Like, where it's the scene in the movie where that there's something other than aliens. There's something bigger.
Yeah. And the design of the queen, it's awesome.
See, I agree that it's awesome, but like I almost feel like it could have even been more over the top to be honest, because like they set it up with that expectation of like, oh, whatever they're gonna see is gonna be insane. And it still looks like a xenomorph. I mean, it's a slightly different xenomorph, but it's still a xenomorph.
I think it's cool that the abdomen is attached and then it detaches itself from the abdomen or the backside of it and goes. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
No, I think I definitely agree that it does still look like a xenomorph. But I think I'll go back to it. That scene with Bishop where you see what the queen can fucking do. Like the queen's not just there laying eggs. That queen can fucking go. And when she fucking rips him apart like he was just made out of butter, I was like, okay, yeah, we got a contender. We got a real contender. And it was a great reason to bring back the power loader too.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I love the way they call that back. Where at first she's like, "Can I do this?" And they're kind of like, "You doing this, I guess." And then when she does it perfectly, it's great that they go back to that, and she ends up being combat certified in that thing.
Yeah.
Well, also after this movie came out, companies were contacting 20th Century Fox trying to buy those power loaders.
They were very bummed when they didn't exist.
They thought they were real.
They're not real?
Yeah, they thought they were real, and they're like, no, it's a puppet, and some of it's stop motion, and so yeah. And what a great, oh my God! If you ever go back and watch the making of Aliens, the puppetry in this, the miniatures in this,
so good,
fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was gonna say. The special effects totally hold up. The miniatures look real, and between the tank that is roaming around, that's obviously an RC car in a lot of the shots.
I had that.
And then
toy.
like the explosion, you had that one,
dude. Not only did I have that, I had the toys for Apone, Ripley, Hicks, fucking Bishop, and my favorite toy was the Drake because he came with a flamethrower and he was already in flamethrower position. And it was just so great. I would like pretend that my toys were running and they would get in the car and they were just like them out of safety.
And those were the good old days when they would sell kids toys based on R-rated movies. They don't do that anymore.
Well, they went a step further, guys. This got a full-fledged arcade game.
Oh, yes,
coin op. Yeah, and you actually to beat the game, you have to use a power loader. Like it follows the move. You can either be Ripley or you can be Hicks, and you might be able to be Apone too. Apone got a lot of love outside of the movie. Like he had the best toy too. Yeah, he had a great action figure, and I wish Apone could have stuck around a little bit longer. I felt like his role was a little bit wasted. Just a little bit.
Yeah. And I kind of want to know, like, because in the comic books, and on the toy, he actually had like a metal arm and shit like that. Like he had like a metal bracelet. I was like, and there was none of that in the movie. I was like, what the fuck happened to this guy? Is he just a lot more badass that I don't know about?
Maybe they were trying to say he survived the attack there. And
he did. He had like eggs in him, but he was still showing a heartbeat because Hicks had said, hey, the sergeant, this person are still alive. And he wanted to go get him. And like Vasquez, like, they're gone, man. They're gone.
The thing I didn't like that they changed from the novel and the script to the movie was that the colonel, the one that's a dick, that's kind of a pussy that never did drops before.
Lieutenant, yeah.
What's his name?
Gorman?
I just knew him as Lieutenant.
Yeah, Gorman actually, the thing they never discuss in these alien movies is that the alien actually, which is based on an insect, the alien tail is actually a stinger that paralyzes its victims so they can be impregnated. And so they never explore that. But in the movie, in the original script and the novelization, that's what Gorman gets hit with, is he gets paralyzed.
Oh, wow.
He gets stung.
Damn.
Yeah. But in the movie, they changed it to him getting hit in the head, which I guess they needed to do that because he couldn't really move around.
And I did like the line Vasquez says, Gorman, you're always kind of a dick.
Yeah.
You always were an asshole, Gorman.
You always were an asshole, Gorman.
And then they're out of there.
I did like the way they went out too. That was a pretty nice one.
That was
pretty Vasquez, like that short hair on Vasquez, that was a movement. Like I was like, I'm here for it. I was like, good for her.
Hey, do y'all prefer the miniatures or the CGI? Because the miniature on the first one still holds up.
Oh yeah, they're great. Yeah, even though I will say that even though Alien versus Predator is trash, the Alien Queen CGI in that movie is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
and with that big old egg sack.
What was it? Alien Covenant? Is that the latest one?
I hate those. I fucking hate those.
Those are not good movies.
But I
did not care for that movie.
But I did like on the outside of the ship. I like the alien hanging out on. I thought that was pretty cool. But I like Prometheus. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of David, the android, and trying to play God. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Sadly, we're never going to get a continuation of that. But we are getting an Alien TV series coming out within the next 2 years.
It's by the guy that did Fargo, right? The same guy that wrote Fargo.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited about that, man.
I would have liked if they would have went with Neil Blomkamp and he would have made the Alien.
Yes, the direct sequel.
what you wanted to do, where he would have brought back Newt and they would have ignored Alien 3 and Hicks.
I always considered Alien 3 and 4 just a fever dream that Ripley was having in hyperspace.
You know what's weird? I like 4. And I know that
4 was
not a great
movie.
was
fun, but it's not good. But it was fun.
It's not good.
You guys just like having the alien sex scene. That's all y'all are into.
It's so fucking bizarre. It's such a bonkers movie.
And like gets you off.
It's I don't know what it is, dude. I love cheesiness. Like it's not good. I know that, but it's just so bonkers. I was just like, man, we got clones, we've got alien clone babies, we got, and then once again the alien.
We got Ron Perlman.
Right? Brad Dourif, I think.
Yeah. Ron Perlman.
In Alien 3, Ripley finally gets laid. I mean, that's like one of the main things about the third one. Plus, I was a big Rock fan, ROC, the TV show Rock. And
he's great.
He crushes Alien 3, man. He's probably the best character to me.
I mean, if you take out the bad CGI from Alien 3 and just have really good just the original creature, I think it's a better movie. But the CGI is so bad it just takes you out of it.
Yeah.
Now, isn't there a director's cut version of Alien 3 that's never been released? Isn't that like something that's been?
I've heard rumors of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've always heard that. I couldn't make it through Alien 3. I was so fucking bored by that movie.
Fincher almost never talks about it. Like he's notoriously just vague and doesn't like to discuss it. He even refused to do the director's commentary for when they did the big Blu-ray release of the whole series. I think his is the only one that doesn't have a commentary track, or at least
I think that's a shame. That's such a shame. I mean, directors, no one's perfect. I mean, you all got to come from somewhere. I mean,
I think one of the issues with Alien 3 was how much, because he was a first-time director, how much the studio was in his shit constantly.
Pushing him around.
They didn't allow him to make his vision.
I even heard him say, on one of his few interviews he does have, he says that he's not ashamed of Alien 3, but that's the closest he's ever come to saying something positive about it. I'm not ashamed of this movie.
I mean, it's not a total mistake.
He could have done what the director of Batman Forever did on his DVD commentary, just apologize for the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the IMDb trend because I was reading it all during the movie because it's 2.5 hours long. But they reused the set in Batman, the 1989 Batman. Apparently, one of the sets they actually
the egg chamber. It was the egg chamber.
And apparently they had just left all the alien stuff.
Yeah.
So the Batman people walk in to make it look like a chemical plant, and there's just eggs and xenomorphs everywhere.
That's fucking awesome. Cool.
That's awesome. Well, guys, is there anything else about the movie you want to touch on? Anything else about aliens?
I think it's a travesty that she didn't win Best Actress. I mean, she was nominated and she should have fucking won. She was absolutely amazing.
Wow.
There was no way she was going to win, though.
Who did she lose against that year?
Yeah.
Meryl Streep's answering machine.
It's always Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep actually played the Queen Alien in this, too.
That's funny, Doug. It's a funny one. The score is amazing. James Horner. The sound design is absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
The late James Horner.
Sorry, the late James Horner. And the tech. The fact that they used a Steadicam armature for the machine guns. The tech was amazing. The realism of the cameras. You're almost like watching a found footage.
The documentary found footage. Yeah, I thought that was unique. Obviously,
especially for a science fiction movie.
And I think they did some kind of. I think the original Alien feels like a documentary in a lot of ways too.
So, I always call the original Alien movie an art house film. It's an art house. And that is
whereas this is more down and gritty,
action.
And it fits the war motif of it 100%. You know what I mean? So, but it is cool to see those literally what looks like video drone footage, or not drone, but old camera footage where it's all grainy and stuff like that. It's like they took a camcorder from the 1980s and said, we're going to film this and put this on screen. So I thought that was badass.
So I just want to say something really quick, Duck. I'm sorry. The reviewer, Siskel, Siskel and Ebert,
Yeah.
No, it was Ebert. Actually, Ebert. His original review of this film said, "This is a great movie, but I didn't have fun." He goes, "I was exhausted. I was fucking terrified. I was scared, and at the end of the movie, I was exhausted." He goes, "It's great, but it wasn't fun." I thought that was an interesting review. Yeah,
I like that. I like that review. I think it's very dead on. And it also, I mean, this movie's easily talked about as one of the greatest sequels of all time. It's right up there with Empire Strikes Back, Terminator 2, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean,
which is just interesting that Cameron has done 2 of those. You know, like
yeah.
Well, one of them is a sequel to his own movie. I mean,
yeah, that's fair.
But also doing something completely different with it while feeling the same in some ways. Because it is the first movie, if it's a slasher hidden within an alien film, you know what I mean? It's got a killer, and you could consider the xenomorph to be a classic slasher villain. This movie just ups the ante and does something a little bit different with it, but it does have the body count to go with it. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I always thought the first Alien was like the alien xenomorph from the first movie is like a Venus flytrap. He's just hanging out. People come to him. Like almost all his kills, he's not going to them. He's not chasing them.
Hey guys, let's split up and wander these halls.
Yeah, exactly.
Goes right by
and it's like he's just sitting there, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm eating you because you're walking underneath me, you know." Or, "Oh, you're in the you're in the places where I'm hiding. Okay, I guess I'll eat you." Whereas this one, they're actively going after him.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anything else about the movie, guys? Raph, do you feel like you missed out by watching the wrong movie?
Oh, absolutely, bro. I mean, I vaguely remember it. You know, I remember when she wakes up and they don't believe her, and she shows her daughter, and it's an old ass lady. And then I remember all the brutes fighting and getting killed. Everybody dies at the end. Fucking yeah. I do regret not watching this.
It's all good. We'll make sure next time we get you on the right movie. All right, guys, let's go down to recommended. Jay, let's start with you. Do you recommend Aliens?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. Raph, do you recommend Alien?
No, I don't remember. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Miles, do you recommend Aliens?
100%. Yeah.
Hobbs, how about you? Do you recommend Aliens?
Absolutely 100%.
And David, do you recommend the novelization of Aliens?
I recommend reading the novelization while watching the director's cut.
There you
Do you
go.
still have a copy of the novelization?
I don't, but I will buy one off of eBay tomorrow.
There you go.
It was paperback. It was paperback. Oh, and by the way, guys, how great this was with a great sequel, and how I know how we're watching it in the theater and the preview came up, and I was like, oh my God, and people were like cheering, like, holy shit. The exact opposite happened when I went and saw Doctor Strange, and they showed a preview for the new Avatar movie. Complete silence until the person next to me just said, "Did anyone ask for this?"
Yeah, James
It's
Cameron.
been too fucking long.
He's the only person, but apparently he gets his way at this point.
Well, I mean, what's it been, like 12 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the highest grossing movie of all time. It's going to get a sequel.
No one is pumped for this movie. I'm sorry. I've seen no. You guys excited for the new Avatar that came out in 2009?
It's going to be like 3 hours long.
And the thing is, when the first Avatar came out, it was almost already to like, this is kind of like cheesy how cartoony it is.
People just saw it because of the 3D. That was the whole thing.
That was his big thing.
And now it looks exactly nothing has expanded. Like it looks like the exact same. It just looks like a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, YouPorn has done more for Avatar than that movie.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast.
All right, y'all, let's watch some clips. Let's get it going. All right, if I learn how to share my screen, what the fuck? Oh, it is sharing.
You know, I want to. Don't start it yet.
Okay.
Right now, I'm looking at the timestamp for that. You have 8 minutes for that. Aliens, you only have an 8-minute clip section, but for fucking Thanksgiving, you had 13 minutes.
I was
Fuck, bro.
Call back. Call back.
That's a
100%
legitimate gripe.
disclosure.
Honestly, dude, 8 minutes of this is not very much. Bro.
I'm sorry, Doug. I'm sorry.
100%
That's just the
disclosure.
credits.
I didn't even make it through the whole movie because I was so tired today. I slept most of the day, so I don't even know what I clipped, to be honest with you.
Oh.
I missed the last
Maybe-
45
I'm really
minutes.
glad you're putting in all this effort for Javi's last podcast.
Yeah.
Make him feel special.
What an endorsement. Yeah, I was pretty much tired.
I'm just busting balls, Doc. I love you, man.
You guys have all
Hi.
seen this. We don't need clips.
A half-ass make-a wish for Javi.
I'm not dying.
Oh, Doug makes it sound.
No,
like
you're
you
just
are.
dead to us after tonight, Javi.
Yeah, so like, are we gonna do that? Are we gonna what's that? Dragula this guy? Are we gonna like create like a really extravagant death scene for Javi now that he's leaving the past?
We need to, yeah.
Totally should.
Call Will.
Yes.
Opening scare. Yeah, pull it up, baby.
Call back.
Fucking kids.
Fucking
What are you talking about?
Red flag. That's the same big wheel they used in Terminator.
Wayland Yutani Corporation. So which one is the one from Blade Runner? Yutani Corporation or the Wayland Corporation, or is it both?
No, it's not from Blade Runner.
What's that?
Wayland
It
Yutani
is.
isn't. It is?
Oh yeah, it's connected to Blade Runner. Yeah, they're in the same universe. You didn't know that?
No.
They're both Ridley Scott.
Yeah. Ridley Scott directed both of them. So yeah, they both take place in the same universe.
Shut up. Dude,
Cool,
seriously, I
one.
never fucking knew that.
Yeah,
even kidding.
yeah. It's Yutani Corporation, right, babe? Sophie, it's Yutani Corporation in Blade Runner, right? Yeah.
Well, girl.
Okay, I'm looking it up.
Face hugger.
It'll be okay, dude. Dad knows what he's doing.
No, you don't. Your daddy just wanted to get paid.
I'm trying to get that coin.
Well, bitch.
So, did anyone else notice the little girl's accent kept popping in like all the time? Her British accent. No
Yes.
one else noticed it.
Only had like 4 lines of dialogue. I didn't even have time.
And you're right, Duck. Alien and Blade Runner shared universe timeline.
Oh,
My brain
the
is
first-
officially blown, dude. I am impressed and also incredibly disappointed. I didn't know that.
this is the first time I've heard you right, Duck. This entire cast. So great.
And tonight's
So,
the final cast.
Illegals.
Somebody said alien. She thought they said illegal alien and signed up.
Fuck you, man.
Anytime.
Are you finished?
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah, man. he's great.
Going to hell.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
Newt.
Definitely regret missing that now.
What was that, Ref?
I definitely regret missing it now, knowing Bill Paxton was in it. I forgot about that.
Fuck. Hold up.
Come on out. Come on. Easy, easy.
I got her. Ow! Damn.
And bites his hand. Her little cabin here, I thought was pretty cool. I was even chilling in this little club.
That's what it looks like under I-30 right now.
Chest burster.
There's a great McFarlane toy with this.
With the dead person here?
Yeah. You have a little thing where you can move the chest burster around in her chest.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's cool.
Just stay calm. We're gonna get you out of here. It's gonna be all right. Give me a hand. We gotta get her out of here.
She dead.
Convulsion.
So those are all the people that were terraforming, right?
Yep.
Yes. Hello, my baby. Hello, my dog.
Yeah.
Am I right, Tom?
So
Yeah.
funny.
Get him some Pepto Bismol.
Oh, that flamethrower on the poster looks like Elon Musk flamethrower, so I think he stole the idea.
Here's Johnny. I thought he was gonna puncture right through the helmet. And I like how it gets Bill Paxton's character.
Yeah.
E.T. wants to drive.
Spunkmeyer. God damn it.
God damn.
Well, where the fuck?
Oh shit.
Fuck that.
By the way, the alien screams noises, those are baboons altered.
Oh shit.
That's cool.
I thought it was elephants. That looks extremely fake and miniature, and it looks awesome.
I think I prefer that over CGI sometimes. So.
Absolutely.
Oh, totally,
Absolutely.
totally.
Oh, hey.
Here's the line. Game over.
Game over.
I love it.
Okay, here's my favorite line.
There is David.
Mostly.
Because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
There's that
Do you
accent
remember?
big time, dude.
Yeah.
Do you remember the South Park
Like episode with Cartman. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
and he keeps saying it. He's like, and you'll be in trouble mostly. The hiding hugger. You can't even see this fucker in the background. It's so good. Whoa! Kill it!
Honestly,
Kill
I
it!
think this might be my favorite scene in the movie, honestly.
Really good.
I love when Nuke's like holding it by the tail, like
Yeah.
against the.
Christ, kid, look out!
Yeah.
All I know is
Oh, yes!
face huggers are into choking too.
It's a match for Ducky. You got that was a creepy look into the camera, sir. I'm not gonna lie.
Wall crawlers, also known as Spider-Man.
Oh,
So-
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're like cockroaches.
Oh shit.
Great use of
That's
strobe
baboons.
lights.
Huh?
Yep.
Hudson's
Baboons.
dead.
Hudson!
They don't have a lot of the acid blood on this one.
They
Oh, they
do.
do.
They show it quite a bit. I just didn't clip any of it. Because a lot of people get acid blood in
Yeah.
the face, in the arm, or whatever.
Drake got hit with the acid face.
That's a great line in Alien where he goes, blood for acid. He goes, Parker, I think says, well, you just don't better well kill it. I messed up that line. I'm sorry.
Mad
It's not gonna
about
get itself.
killing you. Everyone get it? Because he was mad about you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking yes.
Bitch.
We just didn't want to laugh.
Explode!
Always were an asshole, Gorman.
And you were always white, pretending to be Mexican.
Yeah.
I never knew that either. I never knew she was a white actress.
I read that
That's pretty
today
good
and I was
acting.
like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's like, oh, you bitch, you just got canceled.
Isn't she dead?
Yeah,
No,
that's
just-
what
just her
canceled me,
career.
Tavi.
Yeah, just her career.
Sticky,
I like how mom
sticky.
jeans are still in the future.
Yeah.
Oh. Every line for that little girl was just her screaming. Fuck.
And she did it with an accent every time. Hello.
Her signature line.
Yeah, right there.
The egg in Alien was better.
Yeah, one thing they don't do in this one that I heard or read in the commentaries was the gas coming out of it when he puts his hand over. They don't use it in any other one, making the egg look and feel more realistic, which they should have used.
Agreed.
100%.
Good call.
Roasted. Slam.
Wait.
Buster.
Wait, don't they find... She runs into Burke, right? In the
No.
director's cut?
He's already dead by this point.
He's dead. He gets killed in the back in the red room scene. He gets killed.
Okay,
Yeah, at this
I'm
point
sorry.
it's just these two and,
It's
and the
Hicks.
android Bishop.
It's Hicks, Bishop, and
Yeah.
then
Newt.
and I'm not even sure what happens to Hicks because I didn't watch the last 30 minutes of it.
Hicks doesn't get taken out until almost the very end, where they're trying to get to the elevator.
He's alive at the end. He's just useless.
Didn't he get acid on his face or something? Like that?
Chest,
Yeah,
like all right here.
Popping them eggs.
I love it
He's
too
a
that it's a mother.
badass.
It's a mother versus a mother. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a mother versus a bad mother. She's doing a bad job of protecting her baby.
Don't make one.
Yeah.
That's how they roll. My egg sex.
My sex! No! Queen Bish. Looks so good.
Close your eyes.
Bishop
we're dying.
to the rescue!
That's yeah.
Sorry, I parked it around back.
Parking here is terrible. I had to loop 2 times.
Hey guys, there is a deleted scene of Bert where Ripley finds him, like when she's looking for Newt. She comes across Bert he's in a hive, and he's been impregnated. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mazel tov.
They should have kept that in. Bishop's dead. I guess not really. Here you go, Jay. Here's your scene.
Also, what's really interesting about this is that, again, I'm going to nerd out in the novelization. When he's going through the thing in the alien see him, he's like, I wonder what it would feel like to have a chest burster. He's like thinking that. And then this scene in the novelization, he feels that pain. And at first he thinks it's a chest burster and doesn't realize that it's her fucking tail.
Oh, that's cool.
Bishop feels pain?
Well, I guess what I mean by not pain, but he's feeling this sensation of, well, he looks like he's in pain.
Yeah.
But look at the weapon that is her tail. That is that's a game changer, man.
That
Look
is
at
a Final Fantasy VII sword, right?
That's
there.
the cloud, bro. That's the cloud buster right there, bro.
Yeah.
And the way she uses it as a weapon too is great.
That's not a knife.
This looks
That's
so
not
good
a
when he gets
tail.
ripped in half.
Now this.
Oh, the
is
wind
a tail.
arms.
Yeah.
Wham!
That's what happened to Xavier.
Bitch.
Get away from her, you bitch!
No, you're the bitch.
Dude, I love the Community episode, the Halloween one where Troy and Abed parody
With the
this.
zombies and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking great.
He puts the armor down because he wants to be a sexy Dracula, but then he comes back at the end and dons it.
Also, what's great about this scene, guys? There's no music. It's just the
sound. Yeah.
It's just sound.
Oh
of the
yeah.
fight.
Good pull. Good pull.
Very good observation.
Man. And out the hatch. Hanging on to that Nike.
Product placement.
Do you find yourself in this scenario often? Better wear Nike.
Let's go. He just says, "Just do it" as he's leaving.
I couldn't help but to laugh at the alien as it was falling out. And
the tails
It's
changed
the
to a
CGI.
check mark.
Into a whoosh.
Hey,
Or
Doc.
swoosh.
oh my god! I wish I would have done that and just added the Nike logo at the bottom. But let's do it. Yes, David.
Hey, Duck, can you play the original Aliens trailer?
Yeah,
Can you
we
find it later. I just want because I'm pretty sure it's really short and it's very it doesn't show a lot.
Do the Aliens 3 teaser too, because honestly, I feel like that's
Oh yeah, I want to see
very
that. Too,
short.
'cause
and
I
worth
forget.
seeing.
I forget that. I don't remember that.
David, how did you feel about the final alien death and alien resurrection? Like, were you okay with that alien being sucked out to space?
I hated that movie so much. I hated the weird baby alien. I fucking and I love the
That
director.
surprises me. That surprises me because of how unique it looked. That you wouldn't like it.
I mean,
that baby alien was kind of menacing. Like, it was scary that a lot of those xenomorphs.
I didn't like it. I mean, there was parts of Alien Resurrection I enjoyed. I love the swimming alien. That was cool as shit.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Do you think by that time you might have been gatekeeping a little bit?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Well, no, I mean, 18 years after the original. I mean, we've all done that.
And I love the
This is
director. I love City of the Lost Children. I don't see
Is it
anything
working?
But,
Can you guys see it?
we're not seeing it.
No, I'm not seeing it.
Oh shit. Hold on. Screen 2, screen 1. There it is. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, this is
Shows
it.
the Desolate Planet, and this is the trailer you saw in theaters.
Yeah.
Man? Got you pumped.
Well, because
And
up
you're
until
sitting there
this point,
thinking-
you would still have no idea what it was. I don't think, unless I missed the title card.
Yes. Ew.
And that's actually music from the original.
It's just kind of similar to the other trailer.
No.
The
Well, no,
difference
the
is
other
that the other trailer had like
Action,
Here
a
we
lot of
go.
action.
and it had dialogue. This is actually the original Alien trailer music too.
It's pretty
It
cool.
looks more like a horror movie than the
Yeah.
other trailer makes it look like an action movie. Oh, run, bitch.
There it goes.
Nice.
This is
So
super
creepy.
fucking intense.
Yeah,
Right?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it makes me sad that I didn't see the fucking movie.
Now let's watch the trailer as recut as a rom-com.
Dude,
All
that
right.
Jaws trailer cut as a rom-com was the
Oh,
funniest
Must Love
fucking thing.
Jaws is
Oh
one of the
my
best.
Did you guys ever
God.
see Shining?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So good. It just goes to show you how powerful editing is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, big time. You can tell any story with how you cut it.
One of my favorite
All
was
right.
when they did like a thriller for Mrs. Doubtfire. And it's just like bump bump, Your Honor, I have to
Oh,
be my kids. Bump bump, they're like my heir. It was just like,
Or the Sleepless in Seattle thriller. My son calls into this radio station. I need to find love.
So I felt like going campy with my recommendations. So my first one would be Jason X because it takes place in space, and I think
Love
it is a
Jason X.
fun. I think it is a fun.
Criminally underrated. Criminally underrated.
I think
Jason
it's
X
a
is
lot
not the
of-
worst. It's not the worst sequel by any stretch.
The signature
Definitely.
kill with the liquid nitrogen. I mean, that's worth the
Yes.
ticket price alone.
Nah, I'm here for it. I'm here for Jason X.
And also, he redoes the sleeping bag kill, and it's just funny as hell. So
Love it,
I
yeah.
love how campy it is.
Love Jason X.
Going extra campy for the next one, Leprechaun 4 in space.
Ooh,
I don't
there we
remember
go.
jack shit about this movie other than the Leprechaun gets real big at the end of it, and it's like running around like a turbo crate or
I'd rather go to
uh,
the hood twice than go to space with the leprechaun, if I'm being
I will
honest.
agree with you. Leprechaun in the Hood is one of the best entries
The
in that
best ones,
franchise.
yeah.
It is so fucking good. But I like In Space. It was cheesy. It's stupid. It's whatever. What do you guys got?
Yeah,
Recommendations?
The last scene in space, you see the leprechaun blow up and his hand floats through the window of the ship, and all you see is his middle finger. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
I love the Leprechaun series, except for the last one. The second one, the second in the Hood wasn't that great, but the first one is killer. Well, what do you guys got for recommendations?
I'm gonna go with Alien ripoff movies. Forbidden World.
Forbidden World. When did that come out?
That came out, I think, in 1980. It's by the director who did he does all the cheesy fucking movies back then.
Corman?
But yeah, Gorman, yes.
Roger Corman.
Roger Corman, yep. 1982. And
And it's
also called Forbidden World, and also Galaxy of Terror and Horror Planet. They were all fucking just alien ripoff. There we go.
Wow.
Mutant's another one. It's another alien ripoff movie.
You can tell by the poster on that one.
Yeah. I mean, they're fun. They're awful. They're so bad, but it's like
and Seminoid.
Yeah, it's so bad. But It's fun though. It's fun, cheesy shit.
David, Duck, go to that Inseminoid. I want to see what that's about.
I am trying to get it to open a bit.
Inseminoid.
Where's Inseminoid?
There it is, right in between the two forbidden worlds. Right there.
There
oh,
we
look
go.
at that. Oh my God.
Yeah, that somewhere
dude,
in the
that's
depth of
a-
space, a horrific nightmare is about to become a reality.
If that's on a VHS cover, I'm renting it.
There you go. It's got very pulpy cover, but look at the look of the guys' faces. They're like,
It's like a Goosebumps cover.
All right, who else got a recommendation?
I'm gonna go with Pitch Black from my rec.
Oh, good one.
Nice.
That's
Great one.
Every other movie related to that movie after is shit. Fuck Chronicles of Riddick. Just watch Pitch Black.
I thought the third one was pretty well received. People like the
I like
There was
it.
The one
was
that
a
was
third
called
one?
Riddick. Yeah, the one that's just
Oh.
called Riddick because
Oh,
it was a reboot of Pitch Black. It was like the exact same story.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
It's a good
It's
one.
not bad. It's really not bad.
There one scene in Pitch Black that I think is absolutely amazing is when the one guy just lights
the
his
wine?
lighter. No, it hits with the lighter. He lights
And then
it.
he spits wine. Like,
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was so fucking
No,
cool.
Pitch Black
pretty
is
cool.
good. That's a great movie.
And what a
Alright.
simple concept. You're crashing on a planet, and you gotta if you better not go. If it goes black, then you're fucked.
Duck, I'll throw out, go in a weird direction, but I agree with David's assessment that this is more of a war movie. And if you like the dialogue with the soldiers essentially being kind of roasting each other and being very casual when it's behind the scenes, but then when it's time to act, they go into hey, we're working now mode. I suggest Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic Vietnam movie.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Which
classic.
interesting parallel is that Apone was a real sergeant in Vietnam, and Full Metal Jacket also used a real sergeant. in
Arlie.
Vietnam.
Arlie Ermy.
Interesting.
Jay, Raph, what you got?
Nothing to
I'll go with the obvious one. I'll go with Star Trek Troopers, man.
Hell yeah.
That's
dude.
a fucking classic movie. All about it's very propagandish. It's talked about in so many circles. It's divisive.
I love the
Paul
the
Verhoeven-
commercials. The commercials in that are so good.
Well, it's Paul Verhoeven, dude. It's just like Paul Verhoeven and James Cameron, man. Those guys really. They had a real kind of rivalry. It felt like in the late '80s and the early '90s, because those guys were just turning out some amazing movies. Total Recall, The Abyss, fucking RoboCop,
Showgirls.
Terminator.
What I absolutely love about Starship Troopers, that's a hard line in the sand movie. You are never going to meet anybody that says it was all right. That person does not exist. You either are fucking for this, like you go to the mattresses for this movie, or you just absolutely fucking hate it.
That's
Dude,
true.
that scene when they realize they're getting invaded and they're in the desert and the camera pans up and you just see the army of the arachnids coming towards them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So fucking good, dude.
I think across
you
the
like to
board,
hear
we're probably
more?
all-
Yeah, oh yes.
And I just
love that.
fuck and the cheesiness lines, especially when General Ratchet was on scene, I would just be fucking, oh my god, they sucked his
Great
brains out.
Yeah.
Everybody
I actually
fights.
get this.
Nobody
You get
quits.
to see it.
If you try to run, I'll kill you myself.
Myself.
Yeah.
And then he
Love
kills
it.
somebody and goes, I expect anybody to do the same for me. Like 15 minutes later, do it, Rico.
Rico.
I think. Can anyone think of another movie where Michael Ironside is a good guy?
Good guy. Yeah. I
No.
can't think of anything.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Raph, do you want to recommend Alien?
Well, no, the one, right? I had recommended one on the on Facebook earlier, which was called The Gate. It was released today, 1987, and I haven't seen it, but it looks really.
I've never
interesting.
seen it, but I want to see it.
I've seen it
Wow.
recently and as a kid, and it's fun.
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
to see it. I 100%.
The
want to.
Gate? Y'all haven't seen The Gate?
I've never seen The Gate.
No.
Yeah. So something that's on my list.
Shit. What's in that? Stephen Dwarf?
Yeah.
I would be pumped to see it. All right. Well, with that said, that is Aliens, everyone. We appreciate it. With that said, Javi, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me at TikTok and Instagram on Javi Bear Studios.
Right on. Raph, where can they find your YouTube stuff?
RFLSON87.
Right on. Miles, where can they find you with the best part darn diddly?
You can find me everywhere at Mr. Most Days Off, and you can follow my Simpsons podcast. That's Best Darn Diddly, Diddly.
Fuck yeah.
Great
David,
one,
where
too.
can they find you?
Stop Motion Nightmares on Facebook.
Fuck yeah. And you can find us at wearepodcast.podbean.com, where you can find all the podcasts. Go to our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at /wearepodcast. And you can check us out every Monday for Camp/Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past, live at 8 p.m. Central. Next week is the Genetic Opera with Richie. He's going to be on, so we'll be doing that. So that'll be super cool. Hobbs, we love you. It's been a blast, dude.
Good luck on your job.
God, we're missed doing this. I'm so fucking bummed that Richie's gonna be on the cast next week, and I'm not gonna be here for it.
He's actually ecstatic about it, dude. He was
yeah, we told him.
Finally.
I was like, Javi's gone. He's like, well, double book me, dude.
Yeah.
That fucking chud is no longer associated with you guys. Let me be the new cast member.
With that said, thank you guys for being here. Keep horror in your motherfucking hearts.
Keep it in your heart, guys. Also, keep Javi in your heart.
Keep Javi in your heart. Keep Javi in your heart.
Keep Javi in your heart. All right. Thank you,
If you
guys.
don't do it, you're gay. There you go.
And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, a dungeons and distractions side quest. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.